Hey everybody, welcome back to yet another challenge run from Northernlion. In the Binding of Isaac, we're going to start as Isaac today. Might look like a vanilla run, but this is actually a challenge run suggested by YouTube user Jake Showin, and I'm about to be showing him what's up and how badly I'm going to destroy this challenge run. Like, badly in both ways, or destroy in both ways. I'm sure I'll destroy it by, you know, making a mockery of it in some ways, and I'm also sure I'll destroy it by probably fucking up the rules a little bit. But this is called SMB Superfan Overload. So we already did an SMB Superfan run, which basically gave me all of the Super Meat Boy related items, and then I just tried to make the game work for me. And I think we won that one pretty handedly because I got, or handily I should say, because we got 2 4th level Meat Boys just kind of randomly by luck. Like, we started with 1 4th level Meat Boy, and then we just got another one by fighting all of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Now, we're not going to be able to go to item rooms. I just wanted to see what was in there, you know, just for posterity's sake, I guess. But the way that this run is going to work, the reason it's called SMB Superfan Overload is because we're going to use the cheat engine at the end of every floor to give us SMB Superfan. So, you know, we beat Cellar Part 1, we get SMB Superfan. We beat Basement Part 2, SMB Superfan, and so on and so forth, ad infinitum. Well, probably ad infinitum, actually, considering we're almost certainly going to die or eventually just beat the game at some point. But yeah, every floor we're going to get an all-stats upgrade, and we're going to see if that is enough to carry us through to victory here. I kind of doubt that it is, but certainly we will be able to get... ooh, I didn't think I'd be hit there. We are going to get a lot of opportunities to increase basically all of our attributes. I'm pretty sure that by the end I'm going to be incredibly fast. Hopefully I feel like my damage is also adequate, but that is very much my major concern. Health should be okay. So we're just going to go into cheat engine here. I guess we can do things the easy way. Add item when entering next room. Down here to SMB Superfan. And then we'll go through the cellar door, and that should be workable. Alright, you never know with cheat engine. Sometimes it gets a little funky. And then we're just going to turn off add item when entering next room, so I should just have to check that every time. So that should save us some administrative time in cheat engine, if you will. So I'm not 100% sure of the mathematics of the mechanics of SMB Superfan. I believe it increases all stats by 1 point, but you know, it could be 2. It also turns us a little bit red, and we are going to be speedrunning this floor, I guess, because there's no reason not to. Now, I can't do anything with my space. Wow, that was awful. I can't do anything with my spacebar item, so I might as well just, you know, continue rolling with the D6 here. I can't do anything with the shop. I can't go to shops and item rooms, so again, I guess speedrunning the floor is basically our only course of action. I also can't get deals with the devil, so even as much as I would want to get something, especially like a Spirit of the Night or something, that's not going to be on the table. Now, this is going to be the weirdest run, because normally when I talk about balance, there's like 2 different kinds of challenge runs. There's challenge runs where you start pretty strong, and then, you know, you don't get much stronger as the game goes along, and you see if that'll work for you. So any run, you know, a good example of that is if you started with like Epic Fetus or something, or any challenge run where item rooms and shops and boss rooms are like off the table. Those are the prototypical example of that. The other one is runs where you start out fairly weak, but you get substantially more powerful over the course of the game, and that would be runs like Alphabet Soup, where you can basically tailor whatever items you want and take them with you. This is going to be a weirdly balanced run where we're going to get, you know, exactly the same upgrade at the end of every floor, so proportionally the game should stay roughly the same in terms of difficulty. At least that's how I'm theory crafting it here in my head. I'm assuming here that SMB Superfan actually does work in multiples. It would be, you know, we're in for a rude awakening if, you know, we get a little bit further in and we realize, oh, SMB Superfan only gives you, like, 1 upgrade, and after that it's all superficial, or, you know, you're lied to, basically. Again, I've been taking a staggering amount of dumb damage here on the floor. Well, thankfully we managed to pick up at least 1 red heart at the end. We do have a blood bank, which is tempting. You know, as usual, you know, kind of ambient items that we find in the environment, I generally include those in the... or exclude them from the conditions of the challenge run. So if I manage to get a blood bag or something from that IV bag, that would be okay. If I manage to win some money from a judgment or something, that would be okay as well. But as of right now, everything's going hunky-dory. We're not doing fantastic damage, but we're certainly not in danger of dying anytime soon, unless I really fuck up in a drastic way. But, you know, for now, it actually looks like everything's going fine. I'm not going to say it's coming up Millhouse yet. You know, we're not rolling with Polyphemus Mom's Knife, Quadra Shot, or a Mutant Spider halfway through the game. But it is going well. Obviously, Tinted Rocks are going to be on the table as well, so that might be a good way for me to pick up, you know, Small Rock or something like that. Chubb, half dead. And this is like the most pure possible Isaac run I can imagine. In that, you know, it's not like the purest run from the Wrath of the Lamb that's built in internally, because that run is fucking hard as shit, basically. Whenever I think about doing another series when I do, like, all the built-in challenge runs in Isaac, I'm like, I really just don't want to do the purest. I'm kind of getting my ass kicked by Chubb here a little bit, but the reason it's so pure is because, you know, as the game gets stronger, we get stronger as well, so the only way for us to guarantee survival, it seems, is by basically being up on our skills, if you will. So far, so good. We're going to hit add item when entering next room, and that is all we have to hit, because I don't think I turned off SMB Superfan. If I did, then we'll have to go back for it, but we didn't. Excellent. So that is our third upgrade. We should have a little bit more, well, obviously we have a little bit more health. We should have extra damage and tears. Those are the number one things that I'm concerned about. My range, my speed does not appear to be, you know, 3 speed upgrades increased. My damage appears to be okay, but, in fact, maybe better than okay. I'm like 1 or 2 shotting these conga liners. If I could actually hit them, I would be a little bit happier about it. Come on, any... Oh, 3 hitting, I guess. I just got lucky. But again, just speeding towards the boss room here. I hate the catacombs. Why am I so slow? That's a real concern for me here. I don't understand it. We should have all-speed upgrades. Unless my keyboard is fucking up, which is, again, totally within the realm of possibility. But I just don't understand why I am not fucking... Flash Lightyear? I'm getting it all confused. Flash Lightning or Buzz Lightyear or Usain Bolt. I think that was really what I was going for there in the first place. But instead I defaulted to fictional characters and, in fact, bastardized versions of fictional characters. In any case, that money obviously is not that valuable to us. We're going to head to the left here where I hope that we'll come across the boss room. But instead we came across a Tinted Rock, which gives us the small rock and a Spirit Heart, which is exactly what I needed. That extra damage is super valuable, especially, you know, now that I've lost the Spirit Heart, we can just pretend that wasn't there in the first place. Easy come, easy go, I suppose. That one would have hurt a little bit more. And, hey, there we go. Easy come, easy go, easy come again. I seriously, well, now we're super slow because of Small Rock. I almost feel like this was not the intended effect of this run, so if SMB Superfan does indeed count as a speed down, I want to just give myself like 1 speed upgrade along with Cube of Meat, just to, or sorry, along with SMB Superfan, just to make this a little bit more doable, because as is, like, it was already hard, but it gets substantially harder if we are just completely handcuffed or hamstrung for moving here. You know, this enemy is not the most difficult enemy to be fighting that if we're gonna have slow speed, but if we end up fighting a Widow or something, or even a Monstro 2 is gonna be difficult to get around, then we could face substantial problems, and I hate that we've got bomb flies at the end of this. See, I don't have the maneuverability to get away from these jerk holes. Now, if we just kind of continue doing some crowd control here, I don't know why that one exploded. I'm glad it did, but I have no idea what the recourse was there. It should cause a chain reaction here, and with 1 more left. Beautiful. We are back to full health, and we'll go down to the next floor. I'm not going to take a speed upgrade yet. I just want to see if we're going to be way slower when we go down to the next floor. I've just disappeared. Alright, that was an unintended effect of the challenge run here. I appear to not exist anymore. Oh, I just fired. When I fire, I exist, but I can't move. Alright. Well, this presents an interesting situation. I seriously cannot move at all. I wonder, how can I change this? I've given myself 6 SMB Superfans. Let's go back into Cheat Engine. And instead of adding an SMB Superfan, maybe add an odd mushroom or something to make me a little bit bigger. But how am I going to move out of the room? I got to give myself, like... This is impossible. I think I can't do anything. My guy's just stuck. I wish I could make him move. I seriously can't. I wonder if I could, like, lefty flip or something here. It's in controls, I guess. I have no idea what a Zerdy is. If I lefty flip, then maybe I can move with the arrow keys? I don't know. So we'll go back here. WASD. No, okay, we got the same problem. So, I'm officially trapped. I don't think there's anything I can give myself because, you know, in Cheat Engine you have to walk into another room in order to get the item. So I guess I will just exit to the main menu and we'll restart and we will do a vanilla run here. So that was... I'm sorry, Jake Showen. I tried, man. So let me get Cheat Engine up here and we'll just, I guess I hadn't closed it. We'll close cheat engine, but first things first, we should turn off the affected checkboxes that we had, like this one, and SMB Superfan was still checked, probably? No, okay. Odd Mushroom might be checked. I should turn that. Okay, it's off. That was super weird! So I guess we're gonna do a vanilla run here. Let's do a vanilla run as Judas, not just because, you know, we're 10 minutes in, and he gives us the highest chance. Oh, I've got lefty flip on still. We're not doing that challenge run today. Fucking lefty flip will get my ass kicked. That might be an interesting challenge run to do, though. Maybe next time. Alright, so my brain's fixed, my mouse pointer's off the screen, and we're gonna try to make this work. Yes, the reason I take Judas in this situation, high risk, high reward, and you know, I don't want to be doing this run for an hour and a half necessarily, because sometimes that causes problems with Camtasia. Not to mention my voice is really sore from shouting a lot at the full Indie Summit in Vancouver last night. So I went to like a miniature GDC basically for a bunch of indie developers and marketers and, you know, I don't know, people who work in the indie industry or the indie sphere, if you don't want to call it the indie-stry, which is like the lamest thing of all time. But I just invented it, as far as I know. In any case, we're going to kill Duke of Flies quickly. It was a lot of fun. Heard some good talks. A lot of them were more design-focused, so they were not really for me. But it was interesting to hear, you know, like the guys at Clay talk about Mark of the Ninja and how that, the lessons they kind of learned from development there. Mark of the Ninja also won a couple of awards at the Canadian Video Game Awards later that night, although Far Cry 3... I think was the big winner. So I probably should have saved that Eternal Heart until later. Unfortunately, I've put myself in kind of a bad position here. Alright, my keyboard briefly took a repose there, so I decided to employ the power of editing and just join you in the meantime. I still have no idea what's up with that. Armchair tech support has not been too much of a help so far. Might be power supply, might be dusty computer. Wow, this is really good luck for Judas on the first floor. Let's hope the item room continues that luck, because small rock extra health is really awesome. Okay, portable slot is terrible. So fair trade, I guess. Eventually, we ended up in a position where there's some balancer, I guess, for getting some really good items early on in the game. That is not our shop, or sorry, not our arcade, not our secret room. Again, apologies, lots of shouting and adult beverages at the Indie Game Summit last night. It was a lot of fun, though. I also heard some talks from the guys at PlayStation and Nintendo about how to get their games, or how to get your games on their console, basically. And it seems like Sony and Nintendo really have a good head on their shoulders for getting indie games on those major platforms moving forward. Sadly, no representative from Microsoft there. I'm not trying to add fuel to the fire that Microsoft hates indies or anything like that. Just reporting what I saw, basically. But the guys at PlayStation and Nintendo were super nice about things. So, we did pick up Remote Detonator there, which is basically just 5 extra bombs. We have a lot of health and a lot of damage. Well, not a lot of health, but a lot of health from a Judas standpoint. Now, I do want to open that, and, you know, it paid out. It gave us an extra key and an extra cent. But at the same time, I was kind of hoping for something a little bit better out of that, maybe. But in the meantime, I can't really complain. I am doing some crazy-ass damage, considering I am just rolling with, you know, standard vanilla Judas right here, plus small rock, basically. That's enough to turn my tears red, which is, you know, probably nearly as strong as I used to be. 3 floors into that SMB Superfan run, plus the benefit this time, of course, of me actually being able to walk, which improves your chances, you know, if you can actually move through doors and progress through the game. Makes it easier to succeed, that's for sure. We do have a Sun card as well. I shouldn't forget about that as a major source of luck so far in this run. Like, that is a card where if we carry that through to the end of the game, or at least as far as we can, that could end up saving our lives and eventually guaranteeing us the victory. Now, we are doing crazy damage again. I'm hoping we get an HP upgrade or some damage from this. It's a range upgrade, which I wasn't really that psyched about. Plus, much to my surprise, we didn't earn a deal with the devil, which I would have expected given that we didn't take any damage so far on this floor, at least as far as I can remember. But, you know, let's let bygones be bygones. Troll Engine's been okay for us so far, especially with respect to giving us half-decent items, although the item rooms have been not so great so far. Mostly I'm psyched about the small rock. And the Eternal Heart that we got kind of randomly. Maybe we can get something good here. 2 more Spirit Hearts. Obviously, that is very beneficial for us. Now, I should have gone to the Curse Room first, probably. I'm just checking out the shop because we do have unlimited keys. Do I really want to buy something in here? Not necessarily, but there is a map. If I could find the secret room, yeah, unlimited keys means we're definitely opening that up. Now, it's definitely within the realm of possibility to buy that map. We only need 1 more cent. But how are we going to get it? That is a damn good question. Well, I guess the first thing we'll do is shoot all this fire And if one of these pays out with a cent, that would be beautiful. Otherwise, we'll go around, we'll look for some poop. We'll try to blow a hole into the secret room where hopefully we will not have a slot machine. But if we do, we'll just blow it up and hopefully get a penny out of it. Wow, that is actually like 20 cents. 22 cents, to be exact, in the secret room, which is very rare. So we're going to go back to our shop. Definitely going to buy the map. That is the easiest pickup of my entire life. You might be saying, Northernlion, maybe you should buy the tarot card. It's only 3 cents. It could be amazing. That's true. But what if it's half decent? Then it's a waste, because there's no other rooms to use it on here, and I have to take the sun card down with me. So I think, you know, we're rich, but let's keep it that way. And we'll head down to the 3rd floor, and I actually feel like we're doing a lot better than we were on the SMB Superfan run. Again, plus the added benefit of actually being able to move from room to room, which is an asset. So we're on Catacombs Part 1. Now we will be able to find secret rooms with ease. Means Epic Fetus or Fetus in a Jar is a definite possibility, but even if we only get 3 cents, or 6 cents as we did there, still it's paid for itself pretty quickly. Now, we just don't want to anger the neutral flies. The neutral flies are like fucking ants, man. We want to keep, not the Reddit kind, like the kind from Lord of the Rings, we want to keep them neutral, because if they choose to take a side in this war, they could be a defining factor. We have Roid Rage, or is that growth hormones? It's Roid Range, so we get a little extra speed and range. Well worth the key required to get in there, but it wasn't an enormous get. We will keep opening these golden chests because we have the keys necessary, and we've been very lucky with them so far. There's an HP upgrade. Again, well worth the bomb and key that we spent there. There's... Oh! Yeah, I knew I was going to take damage there. There is our boss room. Which, again, might as well just kind of fight it here because we have the Book of Belial all charged, and we're almost to the point where we have, like, a real... usable, workable amount of health. In order to beat the game, we're going to need more, certainly, or at least we're going to need to leverage it into something like a Guppy's Paw, but as is, I am pretty psyched about our position here, because normally as Judas, the real problem is if you don't get a couple of HP upgrades for the first few floors, then even if you're super strong from a damage standpoint, you can find yourself dying really quickly, and like basically by virtue of making like 2 mistakes, you can find yourself dead, which is not where I want to be, as you might expect, of course. Now, I knew I was going to take damage at some point. There's just too many variables happening here for me to be able to dodge effectively. Some other people, sure. Golden Gods, probably Ohmwrecker could do it, but not me. Now, the box is a good pickup. Joker card is awesome. Let's just pop that. I was kind of hoping it would... we're not going to take any of those. I was really hoping it would be a... you know what, before we go back there, I am just going to come down here and go to the shop because I want to minimize backtracking. Oh, what have I done? There is someone linked me to like a imager post, or like a picture basically online, that indicated how you could take out that room very easily, reliably, without taking damage. And I looked at it and I was like, huh, you know, that makes a lot of sense, and then just immediately forgot about it. I think it involves like moving to the side and shooting the conga liners while they're still stationary. I don't know. It's been a while though. We will go back for those other items, never fear. But for now, I'm just trying to make my way to the shop, and if I can get another golden chest along the way, that is awesome, especially if it gives me, well, you know, bomb and a penny is not really worth it. That's the first one, though, that hasn't really been worth it, so I can't complain. Now, we do have crazy range, so these guys should have basically no way in order to get in on me. So they can't do any Shoryukens unless they get inside. You know what? Let's buy Bum Friends. And we're starting to get a little bit later in the game, so I'm going to buy that key as well. I'll probably pick up money for now, but Bum Friend might be valuable later. You never know, right? And we'll finish off this room by getting another Spirit Heart, which we will probably promptly lose. But the silver lining here is I do have the Book of Belial, so we should be able to make ourselves a little bit easier, make a little bit easier of a time of it, shall we say, on here. I can't believe that SMB Superfan run just... you know, ended in such misery, basically. Oh, they were really close to spawning that enemy right on top of me. The fact that I just disappeared, at first I was like, oh, that's cool, we're gonna have like an invisible Isaac run. I've done that before. It hasn't worked out very well, but, you know, it is workable. But apparently, you know, the newsflash, 7 or 4 SMB Superfans in a row just makes your character immobile for whatever reason. It's like the opposite of that, the Who song, track 3 on Who's Next. In any case... we're going to leave here. We still have a little bit of business to take care of in that boss room because we want to make sure that we, you know, pick up the key, pick up the pill, which could be anything. Bad trip. We lost a Spirit Heart. We gained a Spirit Heart. Missing page, not that useful. Definitely we want the Sun card as well. And down to the next floor. Didn't gain enormous benefits there. But we're alive, and that's, you know, I guess all that really counts to a certain extent. Now, Bumfriend is going to be a little bit of a greedy bitch here. He's going to want to pick up all of our money, and we are going to allow him to in certain situations. Maybe when we're over this floor, or I guess when we're done with this floor, please just pop up. Save me the difficult dodging there. Semi-difficult dodging, at least. This one, he's like a regular... Ah, he's killable. Okay. Now, 3 shots is enough. Beautiful. Okay, that was a little tight, but that's okay. Bumfriend, you can pick up this scent. I guess there's the blessing from Bumfriend, is there's some money that I just won't be able to pick up, and then he can pick it up instead, unless I end up getting a ladder or a flying item. So, oh, it was kind of close. I ended up getting that money before Bumfriend could get his greedy paws on it. Did have another keyboard error there, but that's okay. It is gone now. Why don't we take this pill, which is unlikely to be terrible? And you know what? We might as well pop pop everything here. Tears down, really? Well, it looks like my luck is starting to get run out a little bit, unfortunately. But that's okay. Just keep backing it up and around here. The game refuses to let me have more than 3 hearts and heart containers, I suppose, because every time I seem to have more, I just get hit. Not to mention these damn computer issues. I don't know why my keyboard keeps cutting out. At least it's been doing it so far in this video, in situations where it hasn't been critical, shall we say. But sometimes, you know, when it cuts out during Dark Souls and it makes the frames go all terrible, I'm like, God damn it. I don't understand why. The Northernlion East computer should be here. Yeah, the Ankh is an easy pickup. Northernlion East computer should be here within a couple of weeks because we are moving to a substantially bigger place than we live in right now. And as such, you know, the reason we didn't bring the large computer here is because we already had a large and half-decent computer here. And I was worried that A, not enough space on the desk, and B, that it was going to make this room like the hottest. It was single-handedly turn Vancouver into a fucking arid desert or something. Now that that's not so much of an issue because we're going to be in a much bigger place, we will have, you know, double the CPU power, I suppose, but more importantly, a computer that, as of yet, has not had any technical issues, which is going to make things way easier on me from a technical stress standpoint, shall we say. Necronomicon is like a slightly worse version of the Book of Belial, in my opinion, because it doesn't scale with your own damage. Like, Book of Belial gives you a little extra damage, of course, but it also, you know, if your damage improves, then the benefit you get out of Book of Belial essentially improves as well. So I'm not playing the Blood Bank in that arcade. As much as I love to play the Blood Bank, and as much as I would love to get some HP, because Judas is obviously fairly low on it to start with. Can't believe I didn't get hit there. I'm not doing it because I think it's too risky at this point. Might be able to do it a little bit later, but we're going to need to get and maintain Spirit Hearts, which apparently seems to be an incredible problem for me so far. I am just making my way towards what I assume is going to be the boss room, but if it's the boss room, great. If it's the shop, even better, maybe. We're going to have to fight greed at some point, but we might as well, you know, get our lumps before things get too far into the game. Now, these Eyeless Ooze guys should be easy. Good. Lots of money dropping for whatever reason. I should probably start giving some of this to Bumfriend. Okay, it is our boss room. I should go to the shop before we leave this floor, just in case. You never know. I already have the map. Pretty good chance we'll get the compass. Even if we don't, though, maybe the ladder. Maybe, I'm just trying to think. The battery or 9 volts. Kind of very good play from Pestilence here. He hemmed me in, but I managed to get away. Maybe thanks to growth hormones or roid rage, which gave me the speed upgrade, which has actually helped me out a pretty good deal here. So we probably won't earn a deal with the devil. We might get a deal with the angel, although I kind of doubt it. But beyond that, we are going to get a single cube of meat. And the item train is kind of dried up a little bit. But we're still doing enough damage where we don't really feel, or I don't really feel like I'm in too much risk. We do have a deal with the devil. This could be very tempting. But in the meantime, I'm just going to wait for my keyboard to come back. And now that it is back, I'm going to check out this deal with the devil. Okay. I don't understand how it works if we take technology. So I'm just going to skip over both of these. I was tempted to, we might as well pick up our cube of meat here. I was very tempted, actually, to pick up the mark in there. But I kind of just don't feel like it would have been worth it from a health standpoint. Like, it would have given me a lot of offensive benefit, but at the same time, it likely would have killed me as well. So that is, well, it wouldn't have directly killed me, but it would have indirectly killed me by giving me such low health. So I think strategically that would have been a very poor decision on my part. So we are going to the shop here. We have 22 cents, but we're almost certainly going to be fighting greed regardless. 22 cents is likely enough to buy 2 items from the shop if we just manage to find one of them on Steam sale. So if we don't fight greed here, we're probably still at the point where we can maybe afford to give Bum Friend access to all of our money. Bum Friend's okay. I mean, he's going to hopefully keep us juiced on... keys and bombs for the rest of the game, and, you know, red hearts when I need them, which might become increasingly frequently after this floor. But he's not going to be a game winner for us. I think we already bought Bum Friend actually half price, so it's possible that we won't get any more half price items for the rest of the game. What did I tell you? Eventually you just gotta fight greed. He should be giving us the Steam sale or just a decent sum of money. Kind of hopefully just want it to be a decent sum of money so Bum Friend could potentially pay out with bombs and keys. Alright, so maybe I'll pick up the nickel and Bum Friend can have the other 3 cents. So there you go. You clean up the floor. Human Roomba, and what did you drop for me here? A single red heart. Beautiful. Could go to the blood bank and play that, but we'll pop 2 of clubs. It's going to double our bombs. That's pretty useful. And now, finally, 26 minutes into the video, we are going to be going down to the depths part 1. To be fair, you know, we did spend the first 10 minutes on a run that was just ill-fated from the get-go, apparently due to some kind of weird technical constraint in the game. No harm, no foul. Jake Shewin. Or Showen, again, I apologize, I'm not really sure how your name is pronounced, but I'm sure you didn't do that with ill will, but at the same time, you know, it's frustrating to have an 8 or 9 minute run all of a sudden just prove to be totally worthless because of a weird quirk with the game, but hopefully, you know, this is the kind of thing that when Rebirth comes out, it'll get more or less fixed, or at the very least, it'll have different kinds of glitches, so maybe I can finally do like an 8 familiar run or something like that. Not really that interested in the solo mob trap room there. We're a little bit low on keys, so even though I would be interested in it if it had like a golden chest, I wouldn't be able to go to it because I definitely want to go to the shop and all of the item rooms that might be available, you know, including libraries, if they do indeed exist. Thank you, Bum Friend. Might be worth 1 bomb to try to knock those 2 bombs out here, but I'm just gonna not do that instead, and we'll see how that works out for me. Good bomb. It should be good enough for us to not take damage here. 2 bombs to get through this room is a-okay by me. If I could just guarantee that these guys would continue walking in the same direction after I shot them. That's what we agreed to at the Geneva Convention. I'm taking the nickels because I feel like the nickels are more valuable to me maybe if we run into a judgment or something like that than if Bum Friend is just picking them up and dropping, you know, whatever Bum Friend drops, which so far is just shitty consumables. But those shitty consumables might end up saving our lives at a certain point in the game. No question about that. Just keep this back up here. The fistula room should be pretty easy, but stranger things have happened than me taking damage on a room that I should be tearing the asshole end out of. Never understood that. Like tearing the asshole out of. Maybe that's like a Canadian, or just maybe not Canadian, but a rural expression in general. But to tear the ass out of something is like a positive thing. It's like, you did a great job. And I don't know. I've watched Animal Planet, Dad, and I'm pretty sure, you know, I watched the lion tear the asshole out of a gazelle. I wasn't like, yeah, you go, lion. I was like, wow, life is a horrifying dance of despair and calories. We do have, that's, not the infestation. Mulligan, that's it. I was actually going to say that, but I forgot the name for some reason because I had a little miniature stroke as I walked into the room. Let's see what we've got going on in our room there. Well, you know what? I should definitely let Bum Friend get all this because there's no way I'm going to need 35 cents as we close into the end of the game. But yeah, Mulligan, actually a really good item. We're not firing super quickly, partly because of that tears down we got earlier. But at the same time, you know, the ability to create even a few extra attack flies per room is actually really beneficial. I don't know what the percentage is, if it's tied to luck or if it's tied to, you know, your rate of fire, or, you know, if it's just like a flat, like, 5% chance to spawn fly or something on every hit. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Those guys are underrated. They do a lot of damage in the right hands. Now, that is a bad pill, as all pills so far have been. I believe, anyway. Yeah, bad trip. But bad trip becomes full health, so that's probably worth it. Although, I have the sun card still, so we might as well just roll with that instead. We do have Book of Revelations, which is super tempting, but at the same time, I feel like I don't want to abandon the Book of Belial, because Book of Belial is also a huge asset for me moving forwards. Huge assets! Get it? Anyway, that was kind of not a great shop for us. I'm a little tempted, honestly, to roll with Book of Revelations. You know I like it. But at the same time, I don't roguelike it. Now, at the same time, I just don't feel that it's going to be the most, you know, the most easily and properly utilized item that we could possibly be dealing with at this point. So I've been hit twice. There goes our Spirit Heart. Like I said, the game will just simply not allow me to have more than 3 heart containers at any given time. We're fighting the Fallen. I really thought we were on the mom floor here, but this should be okay. Worst case scenario, I mean, the Fallen is not a great boss to be fighting, but he's a great boss to get some reward from. Because obviously, we are going to get some deal with the devil item just for the privilege of having dealt with him here. It could be good, could be terrible. We're going to get it for free, though, or at least not for any health, which is the most important part of this value proposition. And I haven't taken any damage so far again. Thank you very much to Roid Rage or Growth Hormones. I forgot which one it was at this point. For giving us the Pact for free, which is actually awesome. Extra damage. Seems like our rate of fire might have increased a little bit, and if so, that means we will be getting more technology flies. Depths Part 2, and we can finally almost start speedrunning here. We have one more shop remaining. And on this shop, I am picking up the money, just in case. I know I keep waffling back and forth between picking up money and not picking up money. But I'm hopeful that we get the compass, because if I get the compass, that's a huge benefit for me. I also forgot that the Pact gives you 2 Spirit Hearts, so I'm doing okay on that front. There is an arcade for us. I really want the bomb fly. Ah, that was real close. I really want the bomb flies to, you know, destroy the zombies, so that one might be good. And this one, well, at least opened up a little bit of a crater here, which made it easier for me to kill that zombie. All the champions are, unfortunately, just giving us red hearts, which is the most useless thing that we could possibly get right now. Bombs are key. I don't know if I like that all that much, but I'll take it nonetheless. Now, we do have an opportunity, I would say, to play this blood bank fairly well. A bum friend is picking up the money, which is actually exactly where that money should go. And maybe he'll pay out with something else. He's given us a couple more bombs. That makes me feel better about that whole bombs are key debacle that we had a little while ago. And we've got enough health here to continue moving onwards. I realize we could have min-maxed that better, if you will. Now, even the other thing with the zombies and why Mulligan is so good is that even if I'm not actively trying to hit the zombies, like hit the backs of their heads, I'll be able to kill them regardless because the flies that I create will eventually, like, they do damage to the zombies regardless. Now that I know that there is a boss trap room, I really want to try to get... Oh, 2 of clubs again. That's awesome, actually. I really want to try to go to that boss trap room because it could contain something amazing, could contain something terrible, but it's worth the risk, I think. We still want to go to the shop and the arcade on this floor as well, especially now that our bombs and keys are so sorted for us. So we'll probably let ourselves get down to 1 heart here and then go into that boss trap room. Bum friend can take all the money and pay out with something if he chooses. A single tarot card, and the tarot card is the Emperor. That's actually really valuable. Is it more valuable than the Sun? That's going to depend on whether or not we're able to get the compass, I guess. On this floor, the Sun card is way more valuable, but on future floors, that Emperor card might actually be more valuable than the Sun. We get an HP upgrade and a Tears upgrade in here. Well worth the effort that I invested now. You know what? This is a big floor. I've definitely got enough time remaining to use my Book of Belial and feel justified in it. So we're just going to back it up a little bit here, and I feel that we're in actually a much better position than we were even a little while ago, because this, like, between Mulligan and that meat, they synergize really well, because not only are we doing a little extra damage and having a little bit more HP, we're doing a little bit more DPS, I guess, and we have a little bit more HP, but beyond that, we're also creating more flies, which allows us to do a lot more damage. So we'll just try to get back to full health, and then we'll go to that boss fight. But in the meantime, we are looking for item room, shop. I'm gonna go downwards because it feels like that would be a possible location to find both of those at once. Oh, I do want that red heart. We'll go back for it. I'm so used to being at full health, which is not a lot, and it's not my way of bragging because, you know, it hasn't been a great run so far. I've taken a lot of stupid damage that has eroded my spirit heart population pretty quickly. But hopefully this proves to be a turning point for us so we can actually make this run work. Wow, that was a terrible just walk on that brain creep. We end up getting more flies out of this, which is cool. And that is, well, I was half right, kind of. We ended up getting a library in here. Well, we have 12 keys, so we might as well go to that as well, just in case. Free Spirit Hearts, terrible item in the Notched Axe. And in our library, we have 2 Monster Manuals, which I probably should pick up to ensure that we don't get later, but kind of can't be ours, to be honest with you. So, I feel like this item room is important, but even if it turns out to not be that great, we should be probably A-okay to go to this boss fight room, beat Mom easily, and probably continue onwards, again, without really too much worry of something bad happening. It almost feels like there's a curse room to the right here, but we're so close, I might as well at least check. Ah, the relic! Okay. That's extraordinarily important. Especially if I can manage to keep my... if I can try to go for, like, permanent invincibility from the Polaroid. I could get real risky right now and go into this mom fight with only half of a red heart. I know this sounds super silly right now. But go into the mom's heart fights, or sorry, the mom fight like this, which gives me 2 hearts. But with Book of Belial, I should be able to do a ton of damage. And the reason I'm doing this is because after we beat her, then we will have permanent invincibility from the Polaroid, which might be more beneficial than having, you know, however many Spirit Hearts we have right now. Plus, we have the Relic, which will help us amass more Spirit Hearts. I'm really glad we're fighting kind of Vanilla Mom here, which is going to allow me to do some more damage. Vanilla Mom sounds like a sweet, like, ill-advised rap career for a 40-year-old lady. You know, you've been seeing those pop up on YouTube occasionally. Probably on the soup or something. Okay, let's try not to get hit again, because if I do, I think I'll die. If I get hit by the foot, at least. So let's hope this explosion doesn't kill us. Oh, well, it got pretty damn close, actually. Now here's an interesting situation. Is it worth taking the... Well, it's worth taking the Polaroid for sure. Is it worth taking the HP upgrade, though? I don't think so. I realize this still sounds crazy, but I'm gonna try to roll like this. We do have this Sun card that I can use to... just juice myself back up if things get terrible, but in the meantime, I'm going to try not to use it, and instead, just try to completely roll with Spirit Hearts. This is some high-level shit that may or may not work out for us. In fact, it may turn out incredibly horribly for us, but either way, here we are, right? Now, there are enough red hearts, in all likelihood, as you can see, they're dropping like crazy, for me to eventually, oh, just don't get hit on this room. My brain doesn't work with these guys. Okay, for me to eventually get back to full health, but I kind of just want to, again, abstain, wait for Spirit Hearts from the Relic. I was really hoping one would drop there. It's a shitty room. It's the shittiest of rooms! Okay, I guess we just popped the Sun card now. So there goes my, my dream. Unfortunately, it has died, in this awful, awful place, but we're still alive, so... we still have definitely a worthwhile chance of success here. It's worth a key, I think, to open this chest. Samson's Lock would be beautiful if I had Mom's purse, but I don't, so we are moving onwards. I don't think we have a whole lot of chance for success here. I think we can easily... Ooh, that was close. I think we can easily beat Mom's heart. I think we're going to get our shit rocked in the cathedral. Although I do a lot of damage, and the flies will help me augment that a little bit. Sure, the Spirit Heart is excellent as well, but we need more of those, quite frankly. I should probably save those all until I beat the floor, and then pick them up all at once to give me a better chance of success. So maybe I'll do that moving forwards. Provided we don't get, like, Curse of the Lost or Curse of Darkness or something that would make it blind, or make me blind to make it impossible to find things. I guess I should go back and get that red heart now, but I'm deprogrammed. I got my muscle memories all janked up. I don't even know if jank is technically a word, but if you say like a noun, this game's got some jank. I don't know, maybe. This game's got some jank. As in the alcohol that people create by shitting in a bottle. That's not real, right? It's like one of a baby's first trolls. Why can I... Oh, the Sun card allows me to use it as a compass. I see. That can't be real. I realize there's some people who maintain it's real, but you can talk to me. I'm like your cool uncle. That's the first troll on the internet, right? That was terrible walking over the spikes. No question about it. I don't know. I don't have much to offer in my own defense. What do we have here? 2 bombs? You're out of here! Not really. I don't understand anything about baseball. Our boss room is over there with 2.5 hearts. There are more that we could backtrack to get. Oh, yeah, and we're gonna probably want to do that, considering the situation that we're in right now. Maybe a relic heart? Oh, okay, now I'm so lazy, I just don't want to backtrack. That's my #1 concern here. Now if I can just keep from getting trapped into a single corner, then we've got 0 problems. If I could just kill this boss. I can't imagine what this boss would have to be in order to ruin my life here. Death is, you know, pretty difficult, but our speed should allow us to take him out. Or the speed at which we do damage should allow us to take him out very easily. It's Champion Death creating my least favorite enemy in the game in these vaginal bomb flies. But at the same time, you know, he did drop a heart for us, actually, by way of those vaginal bomb flies, which apparently are champion vaginal bomb flies, and they repeatedly drop chests. I don't know, man. I'm happy that it exists regardless, because we've managed to pick up a lot of health as a result that has probably made us much more comfortable. I can't believe I didn't take damage there. We are on the final stages of Death's fight here. And he's gone. And we're back to full health, and we picked up a Spirit Heart and a second cube of meat. That was actually a surprisingly useful fight there for the first womb floor with 10 keys. Absolutely worth 2 to, you know, risk getting. Well, I didn't mean to spend 3 there, but it was definitely worth 2 to risk getting something amazing. Almost took a little bit more damage there. We up to 14 bombs, not 14 bombs. At 14 bombs, you know, that makes Mom's heart pretty easy. Did we not take remote detonator as well? Oh, we just took it to get the bombs. So we don't have any, like, augmentations to our bombs. Sorry, again, had a little bit of a miniature stroke there, if you will. Let's move over to the right. This has been a long video. My throat's getting a little bit sore. I'm gonna need to have some chamomile tea afterwards. Rehydrate a little bit. Get back to shouting at my screen when I do another challenge run. And for now, this has been a really relaxed one, mostly due to the, you know, keyboard editing, essentially, that has had to come, it's engendered a little bit of a casual attitude for me, and B, you know, the fact that there was a catastrophic error 10 minutes in that stopped the run in its tracks, unfortunately. So if we just blow these guys up, hopefully we are going, whoa, we got a lot of decent stuff there. Devil Card in particular is actually really useful. I am hoping that this is the way to the boss room. We've had pretty bad luck so far. The compass would have saved us so much time, but hey there, our bad luck has ended. We accidentally killed the doppelganger. Maybe I walked him on some spikes. Do we know what this pill does? Tears down. I can't think of a good use for that. We'll probably save our devil card for Isaac, but we will definitely... Oh, wow. Thank you, Fly, for taking out that laser in a single hit. We'll definitely pop Book of Belial here. We'll definitely start using bombs like crazy. And we're just going to go to town on Mom, basically. I don't foresee this being too difficult, especially, again, with the Flies doing a pretty surprising amount of damage. You can't underestimate these guys. Each one probably does like 10% of Monstro's health. At this point. So I don't know how much they would do to Mom's heart, but certainly they are playing a major role. Also, you know, of course, making it easier for me to kill these zombies, which is extraordinarily important because I suck against zombies. Constitutionally, in terms of my actual build right now, it's pretty solid against zombies, I guess. Mostly because I do a lot of damage. We have permanent bomb state, and I took a hit right on the chin, but Duke of Flies will die when Mom's heart dies, which will be momentarily. So I unfortunately can't use that heart. We'll just head up to the next floor. Didn't end up hurting myself on the creep, which is surprising to me since I usually do. Oh, I hate those enemies. The white vaginal bomb flies are just like the worst fucking nightmare for any run because they're so fast, they take a lot of damage, and the neutral fly, probably once a run, that neutral fly costs me a heart. Which is, you know, a way better, or way worse, like, damage to run ratio than almost any enemy in the game, if I had to guess. Outside of, you know, bosses like Mom and Isaac. Again, we're dealing with some kind of asshole-ish enemies here, but as long... I thought I was safe behind the rocks! Gish should be no issue. Or no Gishu, I guess. Oh my god, that's terrible. Not just the joke, but the execution as well. Please drop some red hearts. That is a bomb. That is not a red heart. I could actually use the bombs, but... play it cool. I can't believe I didn't take damage there. Devil card is gonna be super useful on this Isaac boss fight, but I still... Oh, that was real bad. I still only give us like a 10% chance of survival. Can't even go to the mob trap room. Maybe that secret room is gonna contain 100 hearts. I doubt it, but, you know, I'm gonna do my damnedest regardless, as I always say that I'm gonna do. Gemini, no issue. Not even worth the Book of Belial or the Devil card, absolutely. Because you never know when we might find the boss room, or when we might find a room that just ends us regardless. We do, you know, I haven't really talked about this, but we're in the danger zone right now. For Archer fans or Top Gun fans, I suppose. Or just Kenny Loggins fans in general, my favorite demographic of the overlaps there. One more hit will kill us, so, you know, that's a serious issue. And now that commentary is no longer relevant. But it'll probably be relevant soon after this room with the Gertie Jr., because Gertie Jr. almost always hits me once per room as well, if not more. But with the range I have, I should actually just be able to stay away. And this is a very slow version of Gertie Jr., and we're actually gaining a surprising amount of health. So, with this bomb here, we will get a unicorn horn, which is totally worthless. Well, not totally worthless, but not my ideal item. I definitely feel like Book of Belial is substantially more important right now. And in fact, probably like strongly considered using Book of Belial on this room, especially now that we are again down to 1 heart, which is gonna kill us. Wow, greed ending a run. Actually, I totally forgot that we had the Ankh. Wow, we might actually have a chance at victory here now, because the Ankh means that we're gonna have permanent invincibility from the Polaroid. I always forget about this when I pick it up early, but you know, all is not lost anymore. In fact, we're in a pretty solid position. At least for getting through this floor. Anything could happen, of course, but, that's not very good. But thank you, Relic, for juicing me up a little bit. But, you know, I don't even know if we'll beat Isaac. That's very much up in the air. But at the very least, it's better to have 4 Spirit Hearts than 4 Red Hearts if you're going to be fighting the man himself. I'm not doing as much damage as I would like to be. I am very tempted to use Book of Belial, but I'm going to abstain and give Bumfriend a chance to pay out with some decent money and items here. Burnt Penny doesn't interest me too much. That Tarot card does, though. Strength. Well, I guess we'll... Bumfriend, come up here. There's an extra penny, you ding-dong. Just pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. Maybe not. Never fear, I am not abandoning the Devil card, which I feel is way more valuable. I'm just using the Strength card on this floor, which is basically giving me 1 free Spirit Hearts to do with what I will. So, well, now that I've lost it. So it doesn't really matter. But that could be our ticket to the boss room in there. So I'm hoping that this actually works out for us, but... What a weird run. Started as Isaac, ended up playing as Judas, and now we are finishing off the game as a bastardized version of Blue Baby with, you know, standard Judas starting items. I don't know. This has been a very strange troll engine-y type roller coaster we've been on here. If I even make it to Isaac, you know, that might be a success in and of itself. Well, we are going to make it to Isaac, but with only 1 heart, I don't think we have very much chance at all of succeeding. Let's succeed long enough to at least hit him once. That would be a positive. Oh, alright, never mind. In any case, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I will see you next time. Continue to suggest your own challenge runs. Again, apologies for the miniature stroke there. Miniature stroke also is the nickname for me when I masturbate, but in any case... continue suggesting your own challenge runs. I will do the ones that are most entertaining or appropriate. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.